Good morning, everyone. Today is the 16th of December, and as per normal, let's take a look at our US30 analysis. Now, we have a bearish pin bar forming, so let's just quickly have a look at the daily. I was going to show you guys a trade that I took yesterday as well, but let's have a look to see if we have any possible entry setting up. So we've had three line markers here on the daily. If you guys can see critical areas that I was looking for is touch two. Now basically we have got third one to go, which is at the bottom of this liquidity area here, which I still do believe price will come down to wick the 200 EMA, the moving average, 200 moving average on the daily time frame. So I still do feel short term bearish on this. So after this has happened, it will be interesting to see whether price pushes back up or if it's going to do a continuous downtrend to the downside, right? Because this is a key level anyway. So I still am looking for short term sells on this when something proper sets up. Okay, so we're just gonna go 4 hour. Yeah, so there might be a slight retracement there and then back down. I mean, just oops. Um, just give me 1 second, guys. I want to kind of just have a look at it at all the time frames. Go to okay. So this is the 200 moving average on the 4 hour. I am actually going to off this pin bar indicator just so that it's not so messy. Okay, so we have right. So yes, I do still feel a little bearish on the 4 hour. You can see the 1 hour is setting up with all the moving averages just lining up now. Okay, let's drop back to 15. Yeah, so this was a critical zone that we marked up. So you're going to see a little bit of like this teetering happening. You guys get this, you see this consolidation zone here, like all this happening here. It's probably going to do a little bit of that before it drops again. That's my take. Um, on a 5 minute, did we get a bearish pin? No, we did not. Oh, I offed it, didn't I? No, we didn't. Okay. So on a 5 minute, so really, guys, it's very similar to what I said yesterday. I'm actually looking for bearish pin bar entries at the moment on a 5 minute, which may not take that too long. I feel like it might just go up for a small retracement. Let me just go back to an hour. Let's just see how far the retracement possibly might go. Don't think that much, to be honest. Just slightly, zero point 0.3 possibly, right? So around the 33,000 mark, round about there. So if you go for the third, 0.382 will be 32,970. And then we have 33,000 is in between the 0.382 and zero point 0.5, which are golden zones. Um, which are to me, I feel like 0.382 is when the market really moves in a particular direction very fast. So it doesn't do much retracement. It just hits the 0.382 level and then it starts dropping in or starts going in the direction that it was going. So a particular either the sellers or the buyers were in power at that point of time. So right now we have the sellers. Right now we have the sellers. So I do believe that we're going to see a little bit of this and then it's going to drop. But again, this is what I think is going to happen. But let price action tells us it might just decide to go on a bull run and then turn the other way up. And that's also fine. So we'll just look for buys at that point of time. Do you guys get me? So just don't be too impatient to enter a trade. Be very, very, yeah, be patient, guys. So for me right now, I'm just going to drop down to the 5 minutes. It's obviously going up. So we had a bullish pin bar entry here, which I didn't take. I didn't see it. So if we had gone in there, I would have gone in there if I had seen it. So if we had got in, basically it would have been an entry here. I'll show you guys where I would have put it. I would have put it here. Do you know what? to be fair, this entry here, it is so risky because I could have been wicked out. I would have put it somewhere about there, to be honest. Sorry, guys, had to clear my throat. So I was very close to being wicked out. This is where I would have put my entry, my stop loss. I mean, okay. So if I were to round it, so that's about 58 pips. So if I were to round it off, wait, hold on. I'm gonna give it to you guys as accurately as I can. Yeah, possibly. To be honest, I think I might have been wicked out in this. So I think it was here. I would have touched the green further up here. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm having such a bad throat today. Anyway, possibly could have been wicked out just because of my stop loss. He would have been around this region, to be fair, guys. 48, 50 pips roundabout. So if I had put it to 50, yeah, it needed to be slightly up. So possible we got entry here. But then if I were to double 1.53, so a very tight thing here. So there is chances that I might have lost this trade just because of this wick in this candle here. Unless I had put it up a bit more. But I very much doubt because my entry was here, wasn't it? So I would have put like, yeah, somewhere about there would have been my entry roundabouts, and my stop loss and take profit is 1.53, 1.5 roundabout to be very accurate. Okay, so this if I didn't get waked out at that point, sometimes it is so hard because when you're just trading, you just mark it up, right? And I don't want to kind of mark this up and tell you it's going to be above this, and I would have put it there just because I really might not have because the entry was at this candle, which is the bearish pin bar, which is right here, guys. So I would have put it above that, right? And I would have just gone up to touch the green, probably about there. This is how I would have done it if I traded. But this is very close. I could have gone down to 50 pips and been stopped out. So, but either way, this was an entry to take if your stop loss was right, okay? Right now, there's no bearish pin bar printing, so I'm just going to wait it out. But while we wait, I'm just going to show you guys this trade that I took yesterday. So this was a trade I went in at this entry, this bearish pin bar entry, a little late, just teeny weeny bit late, so it came at the bottom. But yeah, this bearish pin bar entry, and basically put it here, which is 70 pips stop loss towards the 50 EMA, sorry, the 21 EMA, and 1 is to 5, 1.5. So I got about 100 pips ish out before it just reversed on me. So this was an entry I went in yesterday evening, I believe. It was at, yeah, 5 o'clock at UK time. Right, today we do have news at 2:45 UK time for USD. I mean, you need to check your news every time, guys, because there is news for obviously other pairs, other currency pairs that you may be trading. So just be sure to kind of check your news. So this was one entry that I took yesterday. I just took one, to be fair, and there's really nothing else that I've seen that I would have wanted to enter. Over here, there was a nice sell, but having said that, there wasn't any entries because there was no really rejection. It was just falling. Yeah. And then like I said, we had an entry here at the zone, but this could have been a very tight one, to be fair. And right now we could be setting up for another entry. Just be patient and wait. And my target, typically I do think price might come down to 32,500. Having said that, I would always just take the 1.5 unless I'm watching the trade and I'm trailing my stop loss, guys. But otherwise, I'm just going to be setting it to 1.5 and just exiting the trade. So I'm just going to wait to see what happens. And I've got my alerts all set up. So once it alerts with a bearish or a bullish pin bar print, it's going to alert me. I've got an alert set for any print. So I'll have a look at it. And then if it's the right one and if I think it's a good entry, then I'm going to get in and I'll show you guys um, in the next video how my entry went. So yeah, otherwise today is just I'm just waiting for setups. Nothing really new markups really. Um, yeah. So I'm just going to wait for it to go here and then let's just see what happens. I believe the week next week and all is going to be really, really slow. There might be a lot of volatility just because of gaps in the market due to, the major players pulling out, the banks and all pulling out, yeah, coming out. So I possibly will just stay away from the markets. It is the holiday season anyway. Do you guys get me? So there is a bearish pin bar here in the 15-minute, guys. We've got another bearish pin bar setup coming. I'm just not quite there yet, just because there's no rejection of the moving average, guys. I mean, it is dropping in the direction that we want it to go, but I'm not so convinced because if I look at the divergence, uh, it's showing a bull at the moment, and I do feel like possibly it might come. Uh, Yeah, no, this is me being indecisive. So this is a live trade that we're seeing here pan out. We had two bearish pin bars to be fair, guys. But I still do believe that, let's say we had entered on the second pin bar. This would have been my stop loss just because I do think that it will go up to wicket. So this is about 1.55 roundabouts there. I do not think so. You see, guys, that's the thing. Sometimes just because it prints does not mean you enter. It may possibly just sorry guys, it may possibly just go in the direction that you want it to right now, but I'm willing to not risk it because it's not a trade that I'm super confident in, even though the bearish pin bar printed, even though it's fanning out the way I want, only because I do not see it has not really come back to kind of reject it at this point of time. And if I were to drop it down to 5 minutes, you can actually see it's teetering in between. Do you guys see that? So sometimes you got to kind of quickly hoover to the other time frames to just have a quick look to see what the candles are showing before you actually get into yourself into a trade. So literally in this instance, I am actually just going to wait it out. Even if I miss this trade, it's fine, whatever. And there's probably going to be one setting up later today in the afternoon. This one, I would have liked it to retrace back here to a little bit more because it did give us a good drop. Like if we were to use the fib on this right now, yeah, you do guys see what I'm saying? Like I would have wanted it to come back to retrace at the 10 moving average. You look at the zero point 0.3 is touching the 10, so slightly above here, done a wick, and then get me down. I would be very happy to get into the trade just because it's been a nice push down and there literally hasn't been a retracement and there is a divergence here. Look at this. So if you guys can see, it's on a downward from this candle, but it's showing an upward momentum here on the divergence indicator. Do you guys see this, or should I just draw a small line so you guys can actually see? So we're looking at this mark here, okay, or even this mark here. We'll draw it from here. You guys can see this downtrend. Do you guys get me? Where else on this mark, which is this red candle here, this end, and I'm just going to draw it to this all the way here, you can actually see it's a bullish momentum. So it did go bullish here, right? So this is the divergence corrected. But like I said, it didn't give us a proper uh, retracement. But do you know what? It could be so bearish that it could just be dropping. So this could have been a possible entry if it pans out, but I did not get in anyway. So I will probably wait for another re-entry on the 5 minute time frame, guys. Like just wait for something to pull out here. There might be another bearish print that prints here, and then that would be my entry. But yeah, this I mean, you could have taken it, but like I said, it's a 76 pip stop loss. Yeah, possibly not my trade today. But yes, so that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the 5 minutes to give me a bearish pin here, and then I will probably enter once I see something pan out in this 5 minutes. All right, guys. So keep an eye on that. Let's see how the 15-minute plans out. Like it'll be interesting to see how it pans out. Does it actually go back to do a retracement? Let's see that. So sometimes it's always, it's okay to not take a trade when you're not like 100% confident in this one. I'm not quite there yet. I wouldn't want to just sit there and risk it. Um, like I said, because there's also like a little liquidity area here. So no, not my thing. But like I say, it could possibly just come down, give us the pips. It's 118 pips take profit on this pair. But like I haven't entered, guys. So just letting you guys know. So basically, I'm just gonna wait. My thing now is I'm just gonna wait for the 5 minutes to give me a bearish print. And if it doesn't and it decides to kind of just go down, it's fine. That's always going to be another day. All right, guys. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. So it's a very simple top down analysis and how I think when I look at the charts and what I plan to do moving forward for the day. And if there's no trade set up today, then it's just going to be a chill kind of a day. And just enjoy your holidays, guys. Safe tradely, and see you guys in the next video.